In 18th century Europe, some of the most influential ideas of the Enlightenment were not born in universities or government halls. They emerged in living rooms. Across cities like Paris and Vienna, small evening gatherings, known as salons, brought people together around conversation. These were not formal events. There was no schedule, no agenda, no sense of urgency. People lingered. They talked. They listened. The purpose of a salon was not efficiency. It was presence. What is striking about these gatherings is how deliberately unremarkable they were. No spectacle, no rush, just the shared act of being together long enough for something meaningful to surface. That idea, creating space rather than filling it, is surprisingly relevant to how we think about travel today. Travel planning often becomes another complex project layered on top of already full life. Flights, accommodations, restaurants, experiences, backup plans, every decision carries weight because time away feels precious and finite. The natural response is to try to make every hour count. Over time, this turns travel into something that must be managed rather than experienced. When a trip is planned down to the minute, there is very little room for conversation or wandering. There is no quiet evening where nothing needs to be optimized, no unstructured moment where connection has space to unfold. Instead of offering relief, travel can begin to mirror daily life, only in a different setting, with higher expectations. This tension shows up frequently in spring break trips and couples travel, which are often intended to strengthen connection, but are structured more like logistical puzzles. This is where salon culture offers a useful lens. Salons worked because they were intentionally small and unhurried. They prioritized depth over volume, presence over performance. When travel is designed with this same mindset, the experience shifts. Salon-style travel is not about doing nothing. It's about doing less with greater intention. Instead of asking, how much can we fit into this trip? The question becomes, where will people actually be together? That might look like one meaningful anchor experience per day rather than several, choosing accommodations that invite lingering instead of serving only as a place to sleep, protecting evenings rather than filling them. Many of the moments people carry home with them happen after sunset, over an unhurried meal, during a quiet walk, or in a conversation that would not have surfaced if the day had been more crowded. This approach doesn't remove structure. It replaces pressure with clarity. From a planning standpoint, this philosophy quietly addresses several common challenges. First, it reduces decision fatigue. Fewer daily anchors mean fewer choices to manage before the trip and fewer decisions to make while traveling. Second, it changes the emotional return on investment. Trips feel restorative rather than performative. And third, it reframes what success looks like. A trip no longer needs to justify itself through volume. Its value becomes evident in how people feel with one another while they are there. This is particularly meaningful during spring travel, when expectations are high and time is limited. To make this way of thinking easier to apply, I've created the Shared Moments Framework. It's a short, salon-inspired planning guide designed to help couples and families structure trips around connection rather than constant activity. It focuses on a few foundational decisions that shape how a trip feels without adding complexity or another layer of work. The goal is not to plan more carefully. It is to plan more thoughtfully. Much like the salons of Enlightenment Europe, meaningful connection tends to emerge when space is protected and presence is prioritized. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.